Alright, time to show y'all how to use the site. So you log in, Dev can only set the username or characters max to 10 characters, so just be wary of that because that was totally a bitch to figure out. So once you're in here, you just get a bunch of tabs over here. Don't pay attention to any of this, really. You're mainly going to be dealing with seasons, series, and schedule and scores. So once you bring that up, you're going to get a list of all the games that happened this day. This is currently the preseason. If you want to switch over to the season, we'll set it so that it'll automatically be in the season, so you guys don't really have to worry about that. But when you go into the games, the game should already still be set up, so you don't need to add games. If you want to search, you can use the following bar up there. Click on the timestamp to bring up the statistics, and this is where most of y'all will be working under. Right now you have the date, the time, the game number, location. If the location changes, just set it to whichever one you desire. When you're done, you can hit completed. Then the stats will go through. If it was a forfeit, you can hit forfeit. Most of these other ones are pretty self-explanatory. Don't worry about the game URL. Referees, you can insert them in here. The more refs we get, the more choices there will be. 3 stars, you can do that after the fact. So let's go into each tab here. So the first tab will be, or the first 2 tabs will be the alignment tabs. Basically, if you find a player, or if a player shows up, click on him, insert as the skater, it'll already be there for you. If he is the goalie, you click him and insert as the goalie. You can also select more than one if you desire. If he doesn't actually show up, remove skater, goalie. Pretty easy. Same thing, you just do it for each team. And statistics, to set that up, we're going to have to insert some skaters and some goalies. So again, the statistics will be run by each team. So if, for example, London scores, you add it on the London tab. If Navy gets a penalty, you add it under their penalty tab. And you don't really have to worry about the positions because, let's be honest, they flex in hockey. But let's say a team scores a goal, you click the goal, and you would add it by whichever one, or whichever period it is. Use the timestamp. The timestamp is going to be backwards from the game clock. So if a goal scored with 4 minutes left in the first period, you would put 6-0-0 there. Goal type depends. Player, you just click the player that scored. Any assist, if it was an empty net goal or winning goal. So it's very important that you know pretty much all this. Same thing with penalties. You click that. What period it happened, when it happened, who did the penalty, what penalty it was, type, and then how long it was. Down here you guys see the goalie stats. So this is going to be shots against. This will be goals allowed. So let's say he had 15 shots against and he had 1 goal allowed. So that automatically set for you. So make sure this is not 14 out of 15 because then it really messes up the stats. Time on ice. So let's say he left after the second period. So set that there. And then if he won or lost. Once again, same thing happened here. Then you need to put the total shots that occurred. This will automatically update when you add goals, but you need to add the total shots, and then you need to add how many power plays they had, how many power play goals they had. Once you're done, check on the validation. This should all be checked off, assuming that you did everything right. Don't worry about the manage points system, and then you hit save and go back to schedule. Other than that, you don't really need to work on anything.